In this video, I'm drawing a logo every day for 30 days to get better at lettering, try a bunch of different styles, and most importantly, finally create a logo for our YouTube channel. Here's the plan. I draw 30 versions of logo in styles I like. Then Sola and I each pick our favorites without discussing it. The ones we both choose will go to the top 10. And from there, we'll pick one to replace the loading icon on our profile picture. I've done creative challenges before, well, kind of. I once started 30-day challenge and it took me a year to finish. But this time I have a plan and I'm sticking to it. Easy, let's get to work. At the beginning I played it safe, starting with styles and techniques I had already tried before, just to get used to the process of creating every day. I wasn't trying to be super creative yet. Another challenge was balancing this project with my main work deadlines. I managed, but it wasn't easy. The first few logos took longer than expected, but over time I got faster, more confident, and more creative. That's what usually happens during challenges like this. And then came day 16, tagging. A style I've always loved but never tried. Suddenly, I felt like I didn't know enough about hip-hop culture to do it right. I practiced a lot, but it wasn't a one-day task. I could have just left it as it was. That's what you're supposed to do in challenges. Keep going. Don't chase perfection. But I did something that felt like failing the challenge. I took a break. Just one day, and I needed it. During that break, I looked back and realized how much I enjoyed day 12. So I wanted to make another logo in that style but with a stronger 90s Nickelodeon cartoon vibe. So I adjusted my plan and I wanted to try freehand, something not based on a specific style but a summary on everything that I learned. But not on the last day. I knew I would be exhausted, so I made it day 29. And for the day 30, graffiti throw-ups, because they don't need to be perfect and can be done in minutes. And now, let's get back to the challenge. The challenge is over. We haven't picked our logo yet, but after 30 versions, it doesn't even feel that important anymore. I finished my part and it's time to pick our first impression favorites and compare the results. So, see you then.
Congratulations on finishing your challenge.
Thank you.
Do you have any thoughts or insights you want to share?
If to keep it short, before this I stuck to one style, and brush lettering was my comfort zone. Even when I experimented, I followed certain rules. And at the beginning of this challenge, I did the same, but after the break, I loosened up, I ignored a few rules and just had fun. And that's when my lettering became more interesting and creative.
Do you feel like your skills improved?
I think they became more versatile because I learned to mix and blend styles.
Nice. You know, when we planned this challenge, I didn't think it through because I knew you'll be drawing every day, and I knew I'll be editing and filming, but I didn't connect those dots to realize that I'll be filming and editing every day for months. But it really pushed me to level up, and my editing skills, I would not say they improved, but my workflow is definitely more optimized.
By the way, if you're curious how each logo was made, you can check out the 30 shorts we created during this challenge.
Now it's time to pick the logo. I was really worried about choice paralysis because of so many good options you made, but breaking it into 2 rounds really helped. First, we each picked our favorites at first glance. Here is Marco's selection, and here is mine.
Well, that gave us 12 logos in common, and we agreed to narrow it down to a top 10. So we each removed one more.
Okay, so all of these logos look great. But when thinking about our future logo, I have a few requirements. First, I want to be able to use it in different ways. A full logo, our names separately, a monogram combining M and S, and even M and S as standalone letters. That's why options 4, 5, and 21 won't work. M and S here are too hard to combine in a monogram, I think, without making big changes. The next reasons are more subjective. The letters in 26 look too tired, especially M and S. 28 is fun, but it feels too childish, so that's a no. I love how you experimented with Cossack script and blended it in Latin letters. As lettering, it's amazing. But as our logo, I think it's not really practical. 9 is... I would say it's a great stylistic experiment. And it would be perfect for maybe country style restaurant or brewery or even tattoo shop. But for our YouTube channel, not really. And number 17 is cool and I really like the style. Normally I would say no, just because it's super trendy for a while now. But beyond that, it's hard to read in small sizes. It's a bit too complex. And I think it looks much better in color than in black and white. Then 12 and 29. They both dynamic and playful, but 12 reminds me too much of Ren and Stimpy logo.
You know, my way of thinking and my reasons for choosing one option over another are a bit different. But I also ended up picking 29 as winner. It felt like underdog. I made it quickly, and I didn't even plan to include freehand style in my original lineup. But in the end, I think it combines the best elements from all the other options.
Hmm. So we have a winner. 29, I think it's great. This one didn't scream for attention. It's interesting, it's dynamic, and even if we break it into parts, it still looks very strong and memorable. That's I think that's exactly what I was looking for.
Cool.
So that's our choice. But we are curious, which logo would you pick? So drop a comment with your favorite and tell us why.
Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.